March 4, 2026. And it have happened some things since the last time I recording. And I live in Sweden. It's best to tell you immediately if you have not known that before. And it was a young man that come and did a measurement on me and look at my apartment where to place the wheelchair, the electric wheelchair. And it was only one place it can stand on. And I show him, and then he measure how the wheelchair should be in size. And I told him that it must be very, very small one, because I am full of stress. If I can't come in smoothly, I told him, then my stress level reach high up. And it's all about my stress. And what happened next, I think it have with my stress inside my brain and body, the whole body. And it was yesterday morning, and there come a spirit. I saw him. I told you about him. And he go from the window. He come from the window, and then he walk in and pass by my bed where my feet are, and without looking at me. So I only saw him in profile, and he walk like deep into this house. And then it started things that yesterday I should make some pancakes to lunch, and I put on the fried pan and started. Then suddenly it started to be alarm on the stove, and I was thinking, why did it start? Because when I was here and checking out the apartment, I saw it was an alarm on the stove. So I asked that woman that showed me this apartment, how can I stop it if it starts to be alarm on the stove? And she said, oh, it have never happened. No one, it have never been on this alarm. It's like an insurance things we need to have only, she say. So she didn't show me, and maybe she didn't know how to stop it, but she didn't show me. So I tried all the buttons on the alarm, but it didn't stop, and it was alarm on. It was not very loudly, or else I had to call immediately to get someone to stop the alarm. But it was irritating for my brain that I had an alarm on, and it was over the night. And then I had to call my landlord about it. So they were sending up a man here, the same man that was yesterday, and check out the button in my bathroom. I have 2 buttons, and one of them was wrong. And he say he didn't want to call for an electrician to come and check it out. He say, you can use the other buttons, he say. So he didn't do anything. And now he come again and check out the stove. I say that the alarm, I can't take it off. And he press a button only. And I say that button, I have tried that a few times, not once, 3-4 times I tried to press it. And he pressed it and the alarm stopped. Some of you know these things, that you look stupid because someone else is coming and do the same thing, and it's work for them, but not for you. So it was. And then I say to him that the stove, the electricity on the stove didn't work either, I say. But he said that it was together, the alarm and the stove was together. But I say to him that the alarm was on, and I did some pancakes on the stove, and it was electricity in the stove, but not today is it not electricity, because I should have fried some eggs and it didn't work. And this make me look, that is very strange, something with me, because I ask for help about it. And now I'm frightened that it should be something else in this apartment. And I think it is this spirit that come in the morning from the window and went around maybe in my apartment, and then did this with the stove. And because it's have not happened before that the alarm going on. And why should it do that for me when I have just moved in, and I don't fry the pancakes on the highest level. I didn't have so much heat. Half of the heat did I had on the fry pan. So it was not very warm, the stove. So the alarm should not come up, going on. So, and I didn't have more than the fry pan on it. So it seems like it was the spirit that come in. And before I fall to sleep, I talk to God about it. And then it happened that the stove didn't go warm. And so it was not really the answer that I was hoping it should be. I was hoping that the alarm should be off, and then I could call my landlord and say, it's working today, so you don't need to come here. But it didn't, and I'm worried. I was worried about this with the smoke alarm also, because it's hard for me, because the alarm is up in the ceiling, very high up. And I'm frightened that it should start with that alarm. And I saw when I move in here that they changed to new battery in the fire alarm. So it's new battery in it. If that should happen, it should that I really know that it's not me. I don't smoke, so the alarm can be if I should be a heavy smoker, for example. And I don't even use any lights in the ceiling. I have on tables the lights because I can't put it up in the ceiling. And I'm thinking that I don't really need a light in the ceiling. It's good enough to have it like a spot where there is light. And so now it's more about this with the war. It's so true that I had to move from my past apartment that was on the ground. And I was forced to do it in that way that God have told me that you need to move. And we didn't know about the war. We didn't know that the war should come. But God say it should be some kind of war, so you need to move. And now today it was told in the news in the morning to be careful, or to be that they know that you are Jewish, for example, and that they know in my old place that I am Jewish, because I was living there when I was to Israel 2023, and my neighbors talked to me. My neighbors from Iraq, they were talking to me about my traveling. And I say that I have been to Israel for 1 month and paid for it. And so they knew that I was Jewish. And they were okay with that I was Jewish, but not maybe not today. It can change this. And I'm so thankful that I always obey what I hear from God. So I moved. And now is Ramadan here in Sweden. It can be different from country to country when the Ramadan are. And the Ramadan is just now in Sweden. So my daughter want to come and visit me this weekend, and I told her that it maybe can work for you. It's be okay to travel to me because it's Ramadan and they have other things to do in Ramadan than to go and kill people. So I say that if it have not been Ramadan, I should not let her come here because she have no car, so she go with bus and train to my city, and I'm worried about her the whole time because she is the only one I have of family, so she should not be killed. Of course, no one wants their children to be killed. Not even my son. I don't want him to be killed. But I can't do anything about it when it's come to him. But my daughter, I can tell her. And then I told my daughter to bring with her some cash, because it's they saying that here in Sweden, but it's for you also in the country where you are living. It's important to have some cash in case the system for ATM machines, the system go down, and then you don't have any money to buy food with, so you need to have cash to pay food for, in case everything can happen. It's very much terror going on, but just now is it calm because it's in some countries it's the Ramadan, and so I expect it to be terror soon, and it's mostly you should avoid to go to big public places because they go into to make much terror. So it's what God is telling us, that we should not have fear, but we should be careful, we should be smart in our brain. We should not go stupid. We know that it's war, and very likely that it's going to be some terror attack in our cities, in our countries, no matter what country it is, because it can. Almost every country have something with United States to do, and they are going to do a terror attack on what's is United States things. And then here in Sweden, they were saying today that it's going to be more expensive with things we buy, especially the gas, benzene, to the cars, to the vehicle, and that I'm glad that I don't have a car, so I don't think I need to think about it, but it will maybe be expensive more expensive to go with the taxi I go with, like that. And the bus, they have already say that the bus is it's going to be more expensive to go with the bus. And so it's much changing going on. And I'm thankful in that way that I'm old and I have everything that I need to have. More, it's only food that is, but I am doing the same thing like I did when the COVID-19 came, that I store up. So this night, I got the retirement, I talking about, that retirement, I didn't get more than half of my retirement. But this night, to my surprise, when I look at the bank account, they have sent me the money that the half of the retirement money I got full retirement. It was going very quick. I thought it could be 6 months for the money to come, but it come very quick. So I was on my way to buy food for this weekend, because it's going to be this music festival on television that you that live in Europe, Eurovision Song Contest. It's going on, and here in Sweden on Saturday is it the final, where we should know the winner, the Swedish winner to the Eurovision Music Song Contest. And so I wanted to celebrate it. So I started to buy some food. And then in the night I saw that it had coming more money. So I went into the online store and buy more things that I can store up. And then I watched the news later in the morning. Then I saw this, that the food going to be more expensive, these things. So I can already today buy what I need to have in my home for at least a half year. So I have done that, and it will come on Friday, the food. It's delivering of food on Friday, and I have bought much canned goods that I can store for a long time. And then it's good to buy, like I say that in COVID-19 time, that to buy food that have fluid water in it. So if you don't have anything to drink, you have the water in the food. In the canned goods, is it water? So it will be the same again. But I have told you about this, about the 7 years of this bad time. and it will come to be as it started here in Sweden in March 2020, then it will be March 2027. It will slow down and we will see if it will be a better planet to live on. Because I have told you that it have already been many visits from outer space here. It's like they say that in the first January 1st, 2026, that this year should be that year when you will see them. And then I had this, the boss for UFO Sweden. He was on television yesterday, and he doesn't say that UFO doesn't exist anymore. He don't say that anymore. He don't say anything against it, but not in UFO that it exists, but he don't say against it anymore. Before he say it was only in people's brain. It was a brain ghost, like that he was saying, and tried to talk against it, say negative things about people that believe in UFO. And it's really coming true in my life, and they have taught me, or they make me to understand what was going on from the beginning with them, when they really came. They were visiting me when I was a child, but I didn't understood. And they were when I was teenager, but I have other focus in that time. I didn't believe in God when I was teenager, and UFO I adopted. I got visit, but then I forget it. Like I took it not serious when I was young, and then it come in year 2000. I was 48 years old and was on my way to make a suicide because I had married a man that had HIV, and I felt like my life had going so wrong. Nothing was right in my life. I didn't drink any alcohol in that time. I did exercise and built up my body. That was a way for me to go away from my home, from my husband that was drinking every day. And then he had this HIV that could hit me. So everything fall apart. Nothing was there anymore when I was 48 years old. And then suddenly God, suddenly the higher priest that come with me from heaven when I was born, before I was born, he was with me, as my mother couldn't do abortion. And then God come and talk. But I knew it was God, but I didn't know what kind of God it was. It is, as I didn't see him, what can I think about? But I was thinking God. But God is only a name of the highest in the universe, the highest that sit there and with his people, and then he have all this in after the good afterlife, that he tell what to do and tell what they can't do. That's the highest, but the highest God can be an alien. He is an alien in that fact that he is a spirit, he have no body, and he is the master of every good things. And it's always this between good and bad things. And inside good people there can be evil people inside there, because they infiltrate. The devil infiltrate in family that should be good. So I know many bad criminal people that was raised in church families, and they try to be good families, but still they had one or two kids that become murderer, criminal, druggies, this. So it's infiltrating, that is. And in my family, where I was born, there was the opposite. The infiltrating was a good person, me. and my whole family was evil family. It was dysfunctional family I grew up in. And I was the only one that was thinking different from them. I was different from them, but I raised up there. So it's infiltrating on both sides. I know women that have been alcoholic, and they have given birth to nice children that doesn't take any alcoholic, not do any drugs or criminals, that grow up to be nice people, even if their mother have been dysfunctional. It can be good people from them. So that's infiltration. And so it's what I have to deal with, and I can't tell my landlord that I have these spirits inside my home, and this, I don't know, he may be sitting laughing, this spirit that come in from the window that did this mess for me in my home. It was not like that when I just moved in, But when this man come and measure the wheelchair, it was like he pulled in a spirit into this apartment that didn't belong to me, it belonged to him. And this, I have to tell this spirit to move away. And I have say these things that I have teach you that have followed me, that I teach you that you should say to the spirits, both bad spirits and good spirits, because it can be annoying. They can be on you too much, those good spirits, and those bad spirits, you don't want them to be close to you. And I was saying this to this spirit. Now it's a spirit coming and touch me. So I don't know what it will be. I only feel that he touched me. And but I tell you that you should say to the spirits, you should not do these things that they say they are good witches. But a witch is a witch. It doesn't matter what they call themselves. A witch is taking things that pull the devil closer to you than the opposite. You should not go to those people and don't listen at those, what they call witches, because they place bad things inside you. Even if you hear like it is good things they are saying, but maybe one word of 10 words is something that is like a nail into your body, into your life, that place evil things inside you. So you should not go to them and they give you herbs and those things. It seems maybe good, but it's bad. And instead you should talk to the spirits and you say that this is my home. This is not your home. You are only guest in this home, and you should respect me and my home. You should respect my family. You should respect when you're coming into my swearik. You should say that. And then if it's very sensitive, intensive devils that harm you, you should say that I pray to God that He is going to clean up everything that inside me, in my blood veins, to clean up from every evil things that can be going around in the body, in your blood veins. That's the only thing that have with Jesus to do, because Jesus was giving his blood for people, and in his blood is it a good blood. So you place Jesus' blood going around in your veins. You say, Jesus' blood is inside my veins and protect me from evil things. That you should say against the evil spirit that you feel is close to you. And you should, and I have learned to not pray for one person, because we are not God. We need to pray. If they ask to pray for, like one person, she asked me to pray for her daughter, that she should have the custody of her daughter and not the father. But instead, I pray for this child to come to the best parents. God, you know who am the best parents to this child. So I pray in that way and not pray on a specific person to have the custody. It's better to focus on that subject or human that they ask you to pray for, because you don't know the whole truth about people. So you put up your prayer to God to make the decision, and not you to make the decision, because we don't know. We are only human. We don't know who people really are. We don't even know our own children. And maybe some saying that I don't know really who I am. So how can we decide it? We can't pray for one person, because that can be a lie, what our eyes see and what our ear are hearing. So don't make a tool for a person to maybe be going into the devil's den. Be careful with that. And you have to have a talk with God about it. And many decisions you should make, you tell that person that coming to you that I will answer you, but I don't answer you today. I need to think about it, and then I will tell you tomorrow, because most what the devil want it fast decision from you. He want, or she want, a fast answer from you in some questions that you know that is important for your life, to do the right decision. And you say, I have to think about it. You must say that, because I don't want you to be killed. I don't want you to die in your spirit, in your life, be out for money. People call you and want you to place money, for example. You say, I can't make that decision today. I have to think about it over the night. And then you pray to God to show you, to tell you if it's right or wrong to say yes to what people ask you to do. So that's that I want to tell you today, and the Spirit was touching me to say these things. He's saying he will enter out from here, because I was talking about my home now. So now he's going, I see him. That's the Spirit that come in from the window. And I said, you don't belong here. Because that was the man that come and measurement here for the wheelchair. And you belong to him and not me. So you have to leave, because this is my home and you are not my guest. So close the door and bye. And I see him walking out from my door. And I lock it, the door, in a spirit way. I lock the door. I lock it twice. I lock the door 3 times. And I'm going to touch the door to secure it, and a prayer that he will never come back and do harm this, because that belonged to this young man that come and measure the wheelchair. That was a young person he was with. He should not mess up for an old woman like me. This is my home, and I accept those spirit that is good, that it makes something for me and for the people I talk to in this podcast. Not these playful spirits, I don't want them here. I'm too old for those young spirits. So thank you for listening, and God bless you, and we see on next recording if it's something, new things that have happened here in my home or out in the world. But remember that there is people crying over this war in all camps, in those countries you see as enemies, but there is ordinary people that have nothing with the war to do. So do not think that everyone that is coming from like an Arabic country is bad, or someone coming from Israel is bad, because there is people, ordinary people, that have nothing with evil to do, like it is today. So very much evil going on in this world now. And that's why those from out of space, my aliens, the Nordic, have coming into my home, because we are so very close to destroy this planet. So very close.